So hey, welcome to another edition of Hand-Laid Tracks and 3D Printed Trains with Socrates. Today we're looking at additions for the Bambu A1 printer. A little while ago I got a Bambu A1 printer, and like most of us, I like to make some stuff for the printer itself. First thing I had to do was make some spool adjusters because I had some printer filaments with large holed spools, and the spools didn't fit like that, so I had to make a sleeve to go around the Bambu ones so it would fit inside the bigger holes for my filament. And in the end, these ratcheted things ended up locking up, and it would cause my filament to jam, and the printer would stop printing, and it'd say the filament was stuck, and it was just because this was too much tension. So I replaced them with a series of just basic put on friction ones. They fit inside the spindle and just sat there, and for the most part the filament ran around and around it, and it worked fairly well. But I thought, you know what would be better? Bearings. So I made a set of bearing filament spools, that being the big one, and I made some smaller ones as well. Two bearings inside. I think it's a 25 by 30, I got it written down. But the bearings fit inside, two pieces, little spool inside, goes inside of it, and works pretty well. It has a friction, the one side's smaller than the other one, so it slides on this way, and it sort of jams on, and the little lip keeps the filament from falling off. So spools are really helpful. I like these much more than the original ones. Never once jammed up, ever. And because I'm a bit light sensitive, so I don't really like to have those bright lights just shining away. So I built a little slide-on cover. It sits on top of it, make it out of black, put it on top of it. Don't have to see the screen anymore. Rather like that. And of course, if it's a Bambu, you got to have some sort of poop bucket. So I made a big one and a smaller one. It sits along the side. The print head can come up and down, won't run into it, because I made one that was too big and the print head ran into it. And the last thing I made were isolation feet. Live here in Amsterdam. It's a pretty small apartment. It's an old building. Don't want my neighbors to hear the vibration, especially that vibration test. So I built some little vibration feet, print them with tree supports, and there's 8 underneath each of the printers. So far, I think they work really well. Put my hand against the table with the vibration test before and after. There's a whole lot more vibration coming through the table without the feet. You know, they're not really noise reduction. They're such an isolation feet, and I found they work pretty well. Like I said, there's 8 of them in total. The Bambu has little feet underneath, and they fit inside the little gap in there. So, isolation feet, screen cover, poop buckets, and spindle spools. 3 kinds: the bearing spools, non-bearing spools, and the sleeve to go around the Bambu. I find all 4 of these things really quite helpful. Bambu printer is really good. I have to say there's no problem with it whatsoever. You got some aftermarket PEI beds from AliExpress, and I think it's a really good printer. You can also, by the way, set your flushing down. I decreased my flushing by about 40%, and there's a little in the Bambu slices, a little thing called flushing. And for the most part, I only really increase the flushing to go to white, from like black to white, or from black to yellow. And they need around 400 in the number in there. But beyond that, doesn't need nearly as much flushing as it's set up originally. And like I said, good printer. Get some isolation feet. Get yourself some spool spindles and spools, and print yourself some trains. Catching my tail. Got to work on that bridge. Talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. This was Hand-Laid Tracks. Doesn't have a theme song. Forgot all about my theme song. Needed to write a theme song, but Hand-Laid Tracks still doesn't have a theme song. But it's got a video at the end showing a train going around, catching its tail. Gonna make a bridge, and it'll be a longer train.